Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Fundamentals. My name is Robert Bitto. It's a chilly day in my warehouse here in San Diego. It's a blustery and rainy day, something very rare here. So I'm a little bundled up. But today I want to talk to you about ignoring your neighbors. I know that doesn't sound very nice, and I know I'm going to get some thumbs down from some people for talking about this, but this topic is along the same lines of other topics I've talked about in the whole realm of ignoring things that will distract you. Now, when you're going on this entrepreneurial journey, unless you're very well funded, there's going to be a part of the time that you're going to have to be spending as a poor person or somebody who's very strapped with resources because you're putting all of your energy and your money into your business. So unless you have an angel investor or VC funding or whatever, and if you're self-funding your dreams of your business, you're going to have to cut corners and you're going to have to live in the low rent district. It's not easy, but what you have to do when you're living there is ignore everything around you and just realize that things are temporary. It's not a permanent situation. And you know what? In that realization comes ignoring your neighbors. I know it sounds sad and unfriendly and all of that stuff, but say hi, be nice, whatever, but don't get sucked in because they're not like you. And it's too bad that there isn't such a thing as low-cost entrepreneurial housing where you could be living around people who are like you, but that's not the case. So you have to grin and bear it and put up with all the chaos that may be around you in, let's say, a low rent neighborhood or low rent apartment complex. I've been there. I've paid my dues. It's not fun. And I always want to be everybody's friend. You know, hey, I'm from one of the friendliest states in the Union, New Mexico. So I want to talk to people and I want to be their friend. But when you don't have anything in common with people, you don't want to get sucked into whatever tragedies put them in that situation they're in. I started to notice different things with my neighbors when I was living in these low rent areas. Curiously, I began to see patterns, and I thought maybe that's why they're living there and that's why there's no movement to get out. One big thing that I saw, and these are all generalizations, I think maybe we can pull up some numbers later to back all this up because I saw it in many different places because I've lived in, embarrassingly enough, many different low rent places as I tried to get my business going. The biggest thing I've seen is that these people who are living in these areas just don't work. And you know, that's something that we don't think about. I remember one neighbor I had, all she did was complain about not having money, not having money, not having money. And then I said, well, how much do you work? And she worked in a bakery in a grocery store. And she said, oh, 15 hours. And I thought, oh, per day? No, per week. Really? Well, why don't you get another job or ask for more hours? Oh, that's too much already. You know, I got a lot of stuff to do at home, and you know, it's too stressful. I already work too much. I have too much going on. Well, no kids, boyfriend living with you, the boyfriend works. So but that was something that I saw time and time again. Oh, I'm so busy, people would say. Busy? Okay, you work 20 hours a week, and whenever I walk past your door, the TV's on and you're smoking weed. That's busy? Okay, That's an interesting definition of busy. And, I saw that over and over again. And I also saw that people living in those areas never took responsibility for anything. And that could possibly be one of the contributing factors to why they're stuck there in low rent. Something would happen, let's say domestic violence, the cops were called, whatever. No apology. Guy above me making noise, moving furniture at midnight. I make a complaint. Doesn't say he's sorry. No, why should he, right? Nobody I've come across in these areas ever owned up to what they did wrong. And there was a lot of things done wrong. My car being hit, blah, 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 on and on and on. No one ever accepted responsibility. It was somebody else's fault that they were poor, and they never even said sorry for their own actions. And that's contrary to what an entrepreneur is. You take responsibility for everything that goes on. Every single thing that goes on. So what do I have in common with these people? Nothing. And it's sad. So my advice is say hello, good morning, how are you, whatever. Close your door, lock your door, focus on what you need to focus on. If you're even in your apartment for very long, you could be working so much that you just need a place to crash. But getting sucked into your neighbor's tragedies is the same as paying attention to politics or spending a lot of time in front of the TV. It's a waste of time. It doesn't go to your goals. I'm not saying hate people, hate your neighbors. Just, as someone once said to me, give them a silent blessing, say hello, and lock your door. That's all I have to say on this subject. Thank you once again for watching, and remember to always work hard, and may all of your entrepreneurial dreams come true.